Hello everyone, today we are looking at another viewer review me, Squabblers review me. If you're interested in participating, just check out this video, 2000 subscriber update, just check this out. It'll describe everything, just do what it says, comment in the comments, of course, for your video. And with that said, let's get into the video, which is a two-man man clear on hard. Very fun, very fun. All right.
L'angolo non è stato così clemente con me.
I don't speak this language. We ain't gonna do nothing in English. We Italian, we can barely coordinate. That's funny. I recommend use the auto caption in English. It ain't too bad. Okay, cool. Here's the gear. Light armor, steel, front blade only, gas mask, SR16, 6 mag, 1 mag AP for Glock, full auto, 7 gas grenades, flash launcher, and his teammate is using ceramic front plate. He thought it was steel. Okay. Gas mask, AP, ARN 180, Mark II, 2 megs, AP. Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Good loadout. Good loadout. Check this out. So he said to use closed captioning. Auto. Let's see what he said.
Non è stato così clemente.
That is not English. Hold on. Click for settings. Oopsie. Let's do auto translate. Okay, so we just pick English. I've done this before. All right, so let's see what they're saying. Be fun one.
L'angolo non è stato così clemente con me.
Police. Was so kind of me, but let me just make sure that the audio is working. Yeah, okay. We're having a good time, obviously.
Police.
This is a weird thing, but there are certain occasions where the doors were open and then we immediately started getting shot at. I do like that they actually like moved to the left, which is just a small detail, but
Allora.
Police, lascia che fa la smerza. È chiusa, fai quella mia.
Ok. Allora.
Yeah, good movement.
Qua. Libero. Possiamo andare.
Stacking on, split stack.
Aprimi per favore.
Vai.
I would be going wide here on this, but
Che la finestrella sembra
taking the time is good.
Cazzo di finestrella.
Yes.
Che cazzo di giubbotto che si bugga. Ok.
Most of the time, the entrance to this isn't going to be too crazy. The door is open, so they have more visibility through this angle here. It's interesting.
Controlla qua, io ti tengo d'occhio dalla porta aperta.
Flying into the area. That's pretty good.
Aspetta.
So he's covering from here. It's not the best angle, quite frankly. I would have just pied this and then just like continued onto this. This is a lot of so sometimes you have to think if something is efficient enough to make it reasonable. Because sometimes, like if an enemy comes past here, he can alert his friend, and maybe he doesn't get to shoot him in time because it's the reaction time, because you're only going to see him for like a sliver of a second. But if they like walk past here, you're like, oh, there's a guy around the corner, careful, like, you know, like he's going around the corner. Sometimes you're just not going to be able to like utilize this angle. You know what I mean? So it's just important to like notice certain things like that.
Oh, sta arrivando uno. Preparati.
Oh, no. And what do I say? Well, I get totally proved wrong though, but still, I still stand by that point. This is early in the map, so they're not going to be running around or whatever, so they are going to be walking. But it is still important to note that like in the future, if you are like in an area where there are active shooters, they're running around, this might be the case. Sure, you might get lucky or something, or so there might be an instance where you get it off, but it's still going to be important to minimize those types of interactions with
porta chiusa.
Like consistency.
Aspetta, tieni puntato questo vettore.
Ok.
Sulla tua destra. Che io leggo sto coglione. Dove cazzo sta? Ah, ecco.
Porta aperta. Sulla destra.
Quella grande?
Sì.
Questo può essere un bel dilemma,
Okay, so this is good. They're covering each other. One's covering the door, one's covering that.
Vero, abbiamo anche quella da controllare là. Allora...
Hilariously enough, it should be the other way around, actually, which is kind of funny. The one who we're watching right here should be watching this door. And then the one over here should be pawing wide and looking into this area. People sometimes get that wrong. Because if this door opens and you don't have the angle, they should have the angle. But I'm saying in certain other circumstances, if you don't have the angle, they're going to get shot. And like,
kamikaze.
he can see them, but then the guy who's watching the door can't see them because of the angles. So there's something to be sensitive about, like in terms of like covering angles and stuff.
Oh.
Sta arrivando. Però
Like, what if that was a found the gun?
E che va? Vado a chiudere sto portone io.
Now, this seems silly, but there can be a guy to the right inside this room behind the door. I've actually seen it pretty often. Not like amazingly often, but it's important to check.
Vado a chiudere sto
Important to check the
portone.
spaces. Do your due diligence. Just do your due diligence, generally speaking. So, apply this very carefully. And try to close that door, obviously.
Ah, ok, chiuso anche l'altro.
Good stuff. Those double doors are closed from far end, so that's good.
Se io fossi un civile, se io
I wouldn't be securing the civilian until I've cleared this room.
fossi un civile
Most of the time it's pretty safe, but
avessi una cazzo di
important to do
bomba
that.
addosso. Io come minimo,
looked like he wedged the door. Yes, he did.
una
He wedged
cazzo
the
di
door,
bomba
so there's
addosso.
no issue.
Io come minimo,
That's going to be
non
awesome.
mi muoverei
Wedging that door
nemmeno
is
di un
helpful.
centimetro.
Niente, si lanciano come un death wish, sti cazzi di civili sto gioco comunque.
Sì,
We're going to clear this. This is going to be pretty soon. There's not going to be anything too crazy here.
Desiderio di morte.
Sì, sì. Allora,
Good. Mirroring on the correct side of the door. Very good.
fammi mettere un po' più a destra anche se non vedo niente,
See what
Non
else
vedo
we got.
assolutamente. Allora, la porta è chiusa. La porta è chiusa.
So something you can
La
do.
porta è chiusa.
So he's entering through the door. He's backing up and he's giving the space, right? You can back up more, like this direction, right? So you'd be, from this guy's perspective, you'd be backing up and let your teammate in so they can also pie in. And there's like a nice concave of like, you know, things going on to protection. And also you can just like split stack, right? Like be here. Yeah, like that. All that good stuff. Watch that door. Let them approach. You guys should be kind of be approaching together most of the time. This is great. This is great positioning, right? You clear this. A little bit too slow. A lot of the time, people want to be careful and stuff. And this is great.
Chiusa anche questa.
But sometimes going too slow is sometimes bad because if this door opens for some reason, most of the time it won't. If the door is open for some reason, or if it opens, I mean, sorry, you're in a bad position. Not to say that they're specifically in a good position to defend against this, but you don't want to minimize. You want to minimize your exposure if something does become open, right? Is the issue. The tactic burp, that's funny.
Allora, proprio all'altra porta, quella in fondo sta un terrorista.
Allora, tu apri, ti lanci granate e poi...
No, ok, se n'è andato.
Da dove?
È andato a sinistra. Oltre la porta che sta tutto in fondo, sulla sinistra, sulla destra volevo dire.
Vabbè,
Sulla
apri,
destra.
se ti tira una flashbang in caso poi picchi e ammazzi chi cazzo stordito.
So something interesting. So you want I've kind of mentioned this before, I think once or twice or something. If you have a mirror gun, you want to be on the sides with the hinges, because if the door opens, you're going to be safe if someone decides to bust down to the door. You'll be able to defend yourself if you have the mirror gun in your hand, right? They're going to see you, they're going to shoot you, you're going to die. Be on the opposite side. Also, you can open this door, let the mirror guy like mirror around the corner, and then you can give comms like that while someone's pieing into the door. They have the identification of when they can shoot. Because if the door's closed and you're saying someone's there, it's not going to like result in anything.
Fammi controllare qua.
So being in a position where you can actually do something is going to be more important. Right?
Sinistra.
Like, oh, there's a guy through the door. Okay, that's great.
Tutto
But we
in
still need to
fondo
handle
sta
how
uno.
we're going to do that. So we want to open it, then communicate those things. Because if they walk away, a lot of the time they'll run away and stuff, right?
Che posto di merda. Aspetta un attimo, Manuel. Fammi... Tiro un
Vuoi che
fumogeno...
chiudo?
No, tiro un fumogeno lontanissimo.
Che faccio? Io controllo tutto il corridoio e tu vai a sinistra per vedere le scale.
Pronto? Vai.
Andiamo.
Okay, so this is proper procedure. Guy through the door will check the dead space or the unknown. The corner.
Controllo io
Side,
le
I mean.
scale, sto già dallo stesso lato.
This is good. Man, this is really bright.
Libera.
I don't remember it being this bright before.
Taglio.
Preso.
Ok.
So this is the gas definitely helping them out a lot.
Che mi spongo
concealing
verso
them.
per puntare qua, è aperto.
So this is a tricky angle, and this door is open, so this kind of sucks.
Porta,
But
dritto tu.
Ok, io tengo dritto sempre.
flying wide, I think, is the idea. This door is open. See, this is an issue where there's like two lanes of fire. and you can only cover one at a time. It sucks. So what you'd kind of want to do is this person here would just back up a little bit and try to cover this angle, and this person would try to basically cover this angle. Like you don't want cross coverage here because it's kind of difficult. You kind of want to like you'd want to like pie around this corner, or like peek around this corner, close that door, because this door is closed here, so you can like go around the corner, freak up, and grab that door, close it closed, and then wedge it or something, and then work on this door. You're not. If someone comes through this door here, as you can kind of see, the person that we're watching right now is going to die, and this person won't be able to see them because they don't have the correct angle to defend them, right? So although he's defending him, technically speaking, it's not going to be as good if they shoot him from this angle here.
Vai. Ti dico io quando tira la flashbang.
Okay, vai.
Preparala. Vai, tirala.
Was that a flashbang or was that a smoke? Oh, permanent gas.
Vai.
Okay. Wait, did he flash into the same room that he... Yeah, okay.
Vai, tirala.
Interesting.
Vado.
Huh.
Appena scatta andiamo. Vai.
Gas and then flash into a thing. That's interesting.
Davanti, dritto, sulla sinistra.
That's an interesting effect. I never noticed that effect.
No, vivo. Ok.
Muori.
Good cross coverage. I would be having somebody watch this door.
Entriamo, usciamo da sto posto di merda.
Vai. Usciamo.
They're backing out.
Chiudi.
I think the biggest thing right now is just the cross coverage just needs to be a bit better. But fundamentally, they're like working together, communicating, all that good stuff.
Qua è aperto, Passami di fianco e usa il mirror sulla porta chiusa. Ti copro questa.
Beer gun, he's covering him, he's shouldering him. That's awesome. Not like
allora, era lui che stava pattugliando comunque, però io non vedo nulla. C'è un blind spot verso la sinistra, perché riesco a vedere solamente gli
closing door behind you. Awesome, I love that.
Punto.
Not enough people do that.
Aspetta un attimo. Controlla le munizioni tu, per favore, io ti tengo la porta.
Metà caricatore sto. Già controllato prima.
Punta la porta che è al retro e controllo le mie. E devo cambiare caricatore.
Cambia.
Che va, avanziamo un pochino.
I think they definitely need a little more confidence when they're like going into a room and clearing.
Bersaglio.
Okay.
Like they seem to be like decent players in terms of like reaction speed.
In quel momento è stato molto pericoloso,
And like they're trying to play very tactically. The cross coverage isn't amazing in terms of like most of the positions they've been in, but they're still like, covering the angles. They still get the conceptual idea of like, covering lanes of fire.
Vai, veloce, ti copro io, Mettiti là.
Allora, metto il cugno a queste due porte.
Wedging these doors, securing them until you kind of figure out where you're going to go next. It's always a good thing to do.
Occhio al corridoio perché
dal lato, il mirror, dal lato.
Non ho più cunei. Oh,
he doesn't have any more wedges.
Allora ne sento uno sulla sinistra, però non li vedo. Ok, sta arrivando uno. Sta arrivando qua da me. Sulla sinistra. Aspetta che ti dico. Dove sta mo? Ok, si è spostato, sta andando di nuovo a sinistra.
Ok, Manuel. Ascoltami. Prendi il fucile in mano, per favore.
Ok.
Allora apriamo questa porta, solo quella a destra. Butto un fumogeno per terra, si attiva e tira una bang. Dopo che si attiva
al centro.
Very interesting.
Allora mi metto io. Tu piazzami il fumogeno che io mi preparo con la flashbang.
No, devi prima coprirmi tu. Casomai esce quando uso la granata. C'hai?
Ok, vai. Ce l'ho.
I'd like to know the reasoning of why they're doing a gas grenade and then they are doing a flashbang. That's actually very interesting.
Vai.
I'd like to hear their thought process on that.
Guardami a terra.
Niente.
Kamikaze in fondo, ancora vivo.
The switch.
Ok.
No, ma non...
Being a little bit further in, I know like you're trying to get your teammate there. Opening the left side door just to conceal you a little bit better. It's like just like a minor thing, but it would be a significant. So you're not like exposed to like this left side here as much. The door might, provide a little bit more like, concealment for you.
Ok.
I think it'd be good. So there's a guy here, right? You would have been
No, ma non
shot
l'hai
while you're done with
visto.
that guy.
Oh, occhio che sta un civile con le mani
Sì,
alzate,
l'ho visto. Allora mi stendo verso destra, verso il bagno.
Okay.
Allora, Manuel, dobbiamo vedere quel corridoio dietro sto bagno qua. Però dall'altra parte
Like, I think it's just like some minor touch-ups that these guys would be a really good team. Like they're doing really well, honestly. Like they have like the concepts down. I think they just need to like get the angles down a little bit better, and then they're gonna be like solid. I feel.
Chiamalo, fatelo avvicinare che si
There's like this is fine here, to be clear, but like on certain corners they're going a little bit too slow. I think they could speed up. Like I think they have like I definitely think they're super capable. They're very capable. Like this makes sense. They're gonna tie him up because if they do go around this corner, there's a guy. You don't want the civilian getting shot. Obviously, good stuff. Could be. And a bomb. Best.
Uno in fondo con la bomba. Porta, aspetta che... No. C'è la porta di là che è aperta di quel bagno. Se c'è qualcuno dentro so cazzi. Facciamo una cosa.
Vado con la mirror.
No. Sì, anzi, sì, vai.
It looks like they're backing up.
Vai, però mi metto al lato, qua.
No, qua, questo
bagno
qui, da questa porta.
Changing room or whatever.
Vedi che... Sì, sta.
Terrorista?
No, non è vero, no,
They want to maybe
vero,
avoid fire.
Civile.
They want to get shot. Like the civilians get shot.
A coprirti, ma qua è brutta la cosa.
This is a tricky door. So like, I've actually made videos about talking about this kind of concept where there's two doors across from each other. It's going to be a nightmare pretty much any single time you do it, unless you have like resources like shield or a wedge. This is a nightmare for like a position, especially with two people.
Eric, non vedo nessuno.
Allora entra, briccia e evita di sparare al civile.
Like you're definitely in a very, very dangerous position here, technically speaking.
Quella da dietro qua, sì, da sta porta.
Qua dietro?
Sì, dobbiamo pulire che ci sono due civili.
And deliberating in dangerous areas, like sometimes people will do that. You really have to be in a good position before you start deliberating. Especially if it's going to take some time. Because you don't want to be sitting in a dangerous location.
Ok, niente.
Ok, là civili sono civili.
Doing good movements. Like, everything's good.
Okay.
This should be clear that they saw. I would close the door before I disarm the bomb, just in case someone opens the doors to the left, but...
Oh, che balla questo. Dance Revolution, ste fai. Ok, va, andiamo all'altro bagno. Controlla munizioni.
I do like this. Some people will die just because they don't check their ammo and their mag. Because if you're communicating a lot, you'll kind of forget where you've been and how much shooting you've done. Especially if you've been playing a lot and like the same level, you don't remember if it was like the last round that you're doing a lot of shooting or this round. So doing a little like, hey, check your mag, like mag check, you know, I love that. That's actually really great communication.
Okay.
Mirror to the other bathroom. I would be shouldering him because if someone does come through that door while he's mirroring, he's defenseless. It's great that he's covering another lane, so it kind of like pick your thing, but I still think you should be shouldering him when he's mirroring doors. Shouldering is just like, you know, covering him, basically. Being on his shoulder, so if someone does come through, you can defend him.
Non parlare con loro, non farti coinvolgere.
Mirogan?
Mi metto... non posso fare altro.
Sì.
So he is mirroring on the correct side. I'm not sure if, I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or not, but...
Non vedo niente. Non vedo... Qua a sinistra è...
And he is shouldering him, right? This is like proper shouldering. You could back up a little bit, but...
c'è un bel blind spot.
Allora facciamo così. Purtroppo sei poco in sicurezza qua. Sai che devi fare?
Qua.
No, ma la granata deve andare deep di là, nel blind spot, capito?
Okay, so he understands like the geometry of the room, I think.
Io mi accovaccio così. Tu col free lean riesci a buttarla se riesco a fare col pick door?
Dovrei.
Aspetta, tienila pronta.
Sì.
Aspettiamoci così.
Ok.
Tu picchi un attimo per microsecondo e poi la butti deep, capito? Pronto? 3,
So he's obviously just gonna like quickly open it, peek it with a free lane.
Via. Troppo dentro sei andato.
Yeah,
andiamo, non c'è nessuno.
He obviously understands that you should be free leaning in to throw that, not like closing your whole body to throw it.
Sì. Porta chiusa, non vedo nessuno.
Allora sai cosa, Manuel? Vai da dietro, fai col mirro da dietro. Io copro di qua. Vediamo se c'è così. Diciamo da quella piccola, non da questa.
Also, I
qua,
want to
no?
point out these guys aren't necessarily bad players, but you could take a bad player, put them in a position, and as long as they're like doing cross coverage, just covering lanes of fire that you're not, it's a pretty strong like position in your team. Just for clarification.
No, da questa, l'altra dietro. Quella chiusa dietro.
Ah, ok.
Okay, so he's finding the area. They've already kind of cleared that.
Allora, non vedo nessuno di qua, eh.
I think they
Non vedo
peeked in a
nessuno
little
qua
bit. They like
da destra la stessa
got into this room and
cosa,
killed somebody,
però
but
non mi pare che...
Allora, tira un calcio, fai il pick e tira un calcio.
yeah, I like this. This is really good. Oh my god, wow, that's amazing. They don't want to commit over here into this lane of fire because there's two potential lanes of fires, like like lanes of fire. One here and then one over here behind the corner here, and they're just going to go around and do it, so you don't have to worry about someone coming from behind and getting you.
Ok, sicuramente.
Preferably not kicking it.
Questo perché non ti hanno notato.
Flying slowly around, and then you can come here, and then you can have a good position for carrying that far door. Good stuff, good stuff. And you can even, do more angles and stuff.
Siamo proprio saliti. Andiamo.
Looks like they're going up. I guess they're not clearing that other room and securing it. I probably would have taken a peek in there, see what's going on. If there's any new enemies in there.
Dovessi abitare a Los Sueños non andrei mai in una discoteca, date le
top 10 things to do a Los Sueños. Number 1, leave, cioè immediately.
Leave immediately.
Che Manuel, io passo da sinistra a destra così mi faccio la torta alla porta. Se sta qualcuno qua nell'angolo.
I can make a cake at the door.
Che qua nell'angolo è lì.
I wonder if that's like a translation of the word pie. That's funny.
Vai, tengo punto io.
No, nel senso chi prende punto va davanti. Cioè,
allora prendi punto te, vai.
Ma libero a sinistra.
Porta aperta.
Really good movement.
Aspetta, fammi vedere a me.
Vai, io tengo il threshold.
Yeah, this is good. I like this. You can close the door so you can get a better view of what's around to the left corner as well.
Allora,
so like closing that door.
La parte di porta chiusa non
They're definitely being very, very safe by not like closing that door though, because you can close yourself on occasion whenever you try to close it. But you can tie this, close the door, so you can get that angle around the left, because that's a little bit more important.
Però fai attenzione,
Checking that is good.
Dobbiamo piccarcelo questo. Allora, apri la tua porta.
Ok.
No, proprio apri. Ok, aspetta, preparati, che qua la chiudo. Ok,
and awesome. Yeah, so they understand like the angles of how to operate doors, like as a pair of two. I was gonna say a pair of team.
Oh, non vedo niente.
Yeah, this is not good. You just get them, crouch here, then use a mirror gun. You don't need to be in front of the door when you're doing this because your friend will be able to properly cover you. It's good that you can look around the corner with a mirror gun, but yeah, usually it's not great. Someone does decide to push you. It's not a good position. Especially when you have like another position available to be more safe, right?
Allora, qua è pericoloso, Manuel.
Yes, it is.
Ascoltami,
This is a pretty dangerous
un
spot.
fumogeno più o meno ai piedi di questa statua.
But he knows the map pretty well.
Poi tu avanzi, io prendo tiro fumogeno, si attiva, prendo un attimo a sinistra, tu ti metti più o meno qua per tirare la flashbang giù deep, capito?
Non posso tirare la flashbang.
Senza flash.
Ah.
Allora scambiamoci di posto.
Ok.
Allora, butto il fumogeno, tu vai a sinistra appena si attiva, ma a sinistra solo per piccare, non è che ti butti a pesce, così prendo il lanciagranate e ne tiro una deep in caso così storto.
Sinistra dove mi avevi puntato te? Dove mi hai messo te il puntino tipo?
No. Allora, sai che questo qua c'è il divisore che divide in due, no?
Sì.
Tu appena si attiva il fumogeno picchi per coprirmi il corridoio qua a sinistra, io invece il corridoio qua a destra tiro un colpo di lanciagranate.
Ok, chiaro. Vai.
Nice.
Aspetta.
Nice gas throw, I'll tell you that. Wow. That was really beautiful. I want to watch it again. That was a really clean throw.
Colpo di lanciagranate.
Ok, chiaro. Vai.
It's almost like he did it on purpose. Like he'd take the curvature of like the rolling of the smoke grenade or the gas grenade. I mean, I keep calling it a smoke grenade.
Vai.
Ora.
Basically a smoke grenade. They're using it as a smoke grenade, so I'll say smoke grenade, honestly.
Storditi.
That awesome.
Ok.
Non so chi, mi metto in copertura, siamo senza fumogeno.
Sometimes it's good to still stick with stairs. They can still go down the stairs. Yeah, and that angle as well.
L'ho colpito.
Gli flanco.
Oh, he's pushing up bar.
Occhio dritto.
Yeah, play that with cross coverage, I would say.
Aspetta, fermo. Tieni puntato.
Yeah, they're communicating that. Awesome. This is great. No, they're doing really, really well. I think at the start they were kind of like
Avanziamo, vai, c'è il fumogeno, vai.
not as cohesive, but this one they're turning out to be really like great here. Good. This is good stuff.
Vai, nella stanzetta.
I love it.
Stanzetta?
Chiudi la porta dietro.
Close that door. Awesome. Check what's going on in the room. Here's just a civvy on the ground.
Ah, ok, non ho visto.
Holding the door. Awesome. Love it. Great.
Puoi usare il
love this.
mirro sta porta.
Questa sta
Close the door behind you, I assume. Did they close the door? I'm not sure. I didn't notice.
Allora, uno sta con le mani in alto. Ma non vedo nessuno in questa camera.
Ok, aprila. Ho il fucile alzato. Io ti copro. Vai, apri. No, ma non passarmi davanti. No, aprila proprio, cioè, capito, non a spingere. Apri.
Yeah, don't pass by him. Don't cross that lane of fire. He's already got the cover. He's already got the sight line. Don't block it.
Porca troia.
Ma pare in checkpoint.
Mi copri che devo ricaricare il lanciagranate.
Vai. Però mettiti un po' più a sinistra, appunto.
I love this guy's diligence in making sure a spot is covered. I love that. This is a teammate I would love to take with me. I'm like, if I want a teammate, I'm taking this guy. He's like, I'm gonna reload my thing. I need you to cover that door. That's gonna be so good.
No, faccio un check-up di munizioni io rapido. 3. Abbiamo 3 flashbang, 2 gas. Caricatore pulito. Controlla le tue, prendo il tuo posto.
Yeah, taking position. I love it. Wow, that's amazing.
2 proiettili, anzi
Ok,
3 proiettili ho
fai un
sparato.
mirogun qua. Da destra però ti conviene, che da sinistra non vedi niente.
Da destra, ok.
Sì.
Ok.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he's even saying do it on the left. Or the right, I mean.
Da destra, ok.
Wait. Oh, I can't see anything from the left. Yeah, depending on where, I'm not sure if anybody knows this or not, but depending on where you're doing it on the door, if you like aim the mirror gun at this corner, you'll see from this corner. If you do it from the center, you'll see from the center. You know, et cetera, right? See from this corner, you'll see from this corner. So you can like be on this side and just aim your mirror gun at the far corner and look into the room from that angle. You should just do it on the side with the hinges though, but because it's safer, because if the door opens, you're not going to die immediately.
No, non cambia un cazzo, anzi vedo un civile che però non tiene le mani in alto. Capito?
Speed this up a little bit.
Solo questo.
Shift a sinistra per favore. Ok. Apri sta porta e te la devo puntare. Dopo aprila proprio. Ok, adesso col mirror.
I like this. That's good. Yeah, you're opening from the right area. You can retreat if there's an enemy.
No? Ti sporgi un po'.
The left. If you're to the right, you want to build a retreat. Awesome stuff. Good mirror.
Continuo a non
Don't commit too much.
No, occhio, non ti copro. Occhio. Torna indietro. Cazzo.
Ti ho detto sta solamente il civile qua.
I feel like I'm watching myself coach somebody.
A destra. A sinistra.
Don't go too far. Don't go too far.
Ah, ok.
Però adesso la chiudiamo.
I assume his friend here is probably isn't too familiar with the game.
Okay, Manuel.
I think he's doing a good job.
Punto qua, devo chiudere la porta.
Doing a really good job.
Vai.
What happened there?
Vai.
Yeah, get that civilian down ASAP. That's gonna happen.
Fatto.
Give him a little bash, close doors, all that stuff.
Ottimo, Manuel, stavo per tagliare la testa.
Push past him, cover the area. Awesome, and he's gonna tie him up, I assume, right?
Porca troia.
Perfect.
Oh, però.
He's holding the angle, tying him up. Exactly what you're supposed to do. Cover the civilian, make sure he doesn't get shot.
Qua pare che sta scioccando Commander Mod, sta scioccando.
Hey, what do you say?
Oh, però. No, non parlo. Vaffanculo.
Qua pare che sta scioccando Commander Mod, sta scioccando. Allora.
I'm commander, but I don't even know what that is. Or mode, you mean,
Qua è
probably?
tutto aperto, tutto spalancato, quindi... Tu cosa c'hai di utility che ti è rimasto? Niente?
Di utility che mi è rimasto?
Sì.
È solo...
Il Mirogun.
No, lockpick. Solo quello.
He's got a
E
lock.
mirror gun, ovviamente.
Allora, tiro un fumogeno tip e avanziamo appena attiva, però lentamente.
I like that he's using his resources.
Oh!
really like people who actually use their resources, because a lot of the time they'll be at the end of a map
Civile.
and they just don't have like, they haven't used any of their flashes, or they use like one and they have like 4 left or something. I love utilize your stuff.
Avanza di là, Manuel, avanza sì. Lag, mamma lag.
Gas is a little bit easier to use though, quite frankly, because you can use it in so many different ways.
No, siamo scoperti da qua. Passiamo da dietro, va.
Di qua, per favore.
Okay, so he's taking this way. This is interesting.
Niente, dobbiamo farcela a mano adesso. Com'è?
Già. Destra, è andato da destra.
Ok, teniamo questi angoli.
I actually kind of like going from the right, at least going up to here and then clearing to the right, because you can just watch the left angle here, because there's like a spot here you can see. I'm just doing this from the left though. That's some he's trying to get some cheeky angles there.
Non mi piace sta situazione.
Interesting.
Il problema è che possiamo fare.
Mi sa dobbiamo avanzare, man.
Let's creep a little bit.
Sì, però ce ne sono altri.
Allora, che facciamo? Avanziamo assieme oppure...
Assieme per forza, andiamo piace.
Ok, allora vengo a fianco a te.
Ah, ok, da che lato avanziamo? Questo o l'altro però, non so.
Che quello ti volevo dire.
Okay, so they're communicating.
Partiamo prima da questo, va. Poi...
Like this is generally a decent spot to have a communication from, but there's still the left angle behind them, which if there's like a guy who like ran out or something at some point, they're like around the corner to the left behind them. Obviously that's going to be an issue. Like checking that angle too is also tricky, but just like talk when you're not in dangerous locations, right?
Ma noi non abbiamo controllato I bagni, vero?
No, quelli giù no, cioè quelli nel bar sì, cioè capito, vabbè, quelli al dance floor no, l'abbiamo visto.
Senti, tu vattene all'uscita, non me ne frega nulla. Ok.
Ma non riesco a vedere un cazzo.
Yeah, I'm not really saying much. He's just tying an angle. He's doing well.
Posto disgustoso. Ma questo sta... Oh, Eric, vieni da me, vieni un attimo da me.
Questo angolo ce l'ho sicuro. Mo?
Eric,
ci dobbiamo coprire potenzialmente con base siamo scoperti.
Sai dove sta che l'ho sentito? A sinistra.
Dietro il bar starà sicuramente. Occhio che anche qua non lo vedo. Occhio che ci può pushare anche da là, dove c'è la mia torcia.
I'm not sure if you get a lot of value shooting through that.
L'ho visto,
If you have a lot of ammo, I guess why not? Like,
mi sa di aver... Sì, è dietro il tavolo, Però è scappato sulla sinistra. Quindi occhio.
oh, I see somebody.
Ecco.
Preso?
Ok.
Good feeling technique.
Ne avevo visto uno,
Sicuro?
Sì.
Uno l'ho ucciso.
Break it slowly. Hold that angle while he pies it off. Good stuff.
Ok.
Aspetta.
He's going around the wide angle. Awesome.
È un headshot comunque,
aspetta.
questo non si rialzerà mai. No, headshot.
Ok.
È inutile legarlo. Dobbiamo andare a vedere i bagni giù, Manuel. Ci sei?
Ci sono. Va bene in realtà, solo una gamba.
Yeah, they're doing really well. Like I'm now they're not really doing anything necessarily like they're doing everything really well here from this point.
Guarda dritto tu, avanziamo.
He's playing wide and he's watching the cross.
Guarda le due porte che...
Good. Aim a little bit lower so you can see.
Sì.
I guess he was anticipating for his lean,
le
but
porte aperte.
he's doing really well. Really well.
Vedere I bagni, è pericoloso. Transiziono davanti a te, aspetta.
Inizia ad avanzare te.
Che
I wonder if he's gonna use when he's his last grenade here.
Ok, arrivo.
Ok.
I
Tu
wonder if he's gonna save it for the bathroom or save it for the crossover here. I assume he's probably gonna save it for the bathroom. This is just, I'm not a fan of this like spot because it's like annoying to pie this off. You can, but great movement by the way. This guy's watching the far. You're just pieing this off. Nice angles. No, you stay there.
Guarda tu a destra, io passo shift a sinistra. Pronto? 3, 2, 1, vai. Bagno.
Ok, bagni.
Bagno.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if you understood what he was saying, but
Vai, passo subito di qua.
Puntalo,
Ok.
puntalo. Tieni puntato potente. C'ho l'ultimo smoke.
Okay, so yeah, he assumes going. I'm surprised he's not doing it around the other angle. This one isn't too bad. You can work that angle. Assuming I'm remembering correctly.
Civile.
Yeah, you should be throwing it around the left angle, not the right. You should have thrown it right here, not around that corner.
Davanti a me, Manuel. Chiamatela.
Oh, take it slow, take it slow. Don't push out too much. I know he's trying to, like, you know,
Ok, sta andando via.
plate the civilian there, but so risky. Oh, let's stay away from those walls. He almost died because he had that gun length. That's hilarious.
Non aveva scampo. Appena uscito.
But you have that clearance. That was good though. That was good.
In due.
Batti 5. Ah,
Hey.
Che quello là che stava in muto era tipo.
This is one of the more fun ones I've watched for sure. This is nice. I've having 2 people, guys. Clear with 2 people. It's actually really fun. I like watching. They're actually really entertaining. I really like this stuff.
Essendo troppe vittime sarà B secondo me. 33 minuti. Penso che basterà solo questa.
It'll be a B. It'll be a B.
Vabbè, GG.
B.
GG. What is the takeaway? The only thing I can remember of note is they were a little slow at the start and a little bit too cautious, if that makes sense, when you don't need to be cautious.
Yes.
You can clear this. Like, it's still good, don't get me wrong, but like, you can be more efficient with this. You can be way more efficient with this. Increase the movement speed like this. You can be moving this speed. You can be moving this pace, right?
Okay.
This is the pace you should be moving, times 2 the speed. Increase the speed. Right? This is the speed you should be going at. In these first moments. Like, it was just mainly at the start was the thing. In the later areas, I think it was pretty good. Like, their pacing was good. Here was just a little bit too slow. They could have been speeding this up a bit. A lot of this stuff, it does take some time. I'd make sure to check around that right corner again. Like, let's make sure. I'm gonna say this every thing I review or whatever, but like, do your due diligence. I'm gonna say that in every video I review, basically. Make sure you're checking the corners, making sure you're checking the doors, you know, line the fire, all that stuff. Something important I want to say is when you're covering certain angles, which I think we do around this angle here, and they push up or whatever. Here's like a good example of this. I think they do it twice, I think. So if the person who we're watching right now eyes out wide around this angle, what's going to happen is they're going to be exposed to more of this room, but they're also going to be exposed to more of this room. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this, of course, depending on like the orientation of like your stack and, you know, what area you have to move around in or what doors are closed. Honestly, someone could stack just on this side wall, peek around this corner, and just hold the angle with a free lean. Would you be completely safe? While the other one pies wide, kind of like in this kind of direction, not like wide out into this, past this line, past his friend. You could pie and hold this angle. And then like this guy could go in, close the door, wedge it, and then you can start operating on this door. So, because as I said, if you're leaning here, an enemy comes out from this door frame right here, like just the secondary door, not the door here, but the door, you know, behind that door. An enemy comes through here. He can't see the enemy. This guy over here who's covering this door can't see the enemy. The person standing here will, and of course the suspect will see this person, and this is who will get shot. Now let's just say hypothetically, there's a guy in this door, and there's a guy in this door, and this one comes out, and this one comes out. You're probably going to die because you're exposed to 2 lanes, whereas this guy's only exposed to 1. trying to like fit a role or a job or whatever you want to call it for each person. Each person covers one lane. It's not good for one person to be covering two, or at least be exposed to two, because you're basically exposed to two, right? It's hard to cover two lanes to some degree, especially if you don't have like the proper, you know, angles or whatever. But so just to like maintain better angles when you're doing cross coverage, like you're doing cross coverage here, but it's not efficient. You're gonna taking a bullet if there's some movement. I do like their interesting tactics. I want to know why they're using gas and flash. Like they'll throw a gas grenade and then they'll throw a flash. Also here, here's another example of like the cross coverage. He should be watching this angle, where the person here should be watching like the front and the side doors here. So that's another example of like just proper cross coverage. They have the angles. They don't have to worry about their positioning or anything. They're in good positions. They just need to look at the proper angles. But yeah, this guy's like, the guy here is like, seems to be really good. Has good reaction time, all that stuff, all that good things. All of those good things. Good communication, I'd say. Just try to not to communicate when you're in danger. Try to communicate in less dangerous locations whenever you're talking about stuff, because that's usually when things go awry, you know? So try to avoid being in dangerous locations when you're communicating. Everything else was pretty smooth. Like I'm pretty impressed by these two. This was some good stuff, honestly. Really great stuff. Great communication. Generally speaking, good form. Like I love like when they're saying like, oh, like do a mag check, you know, good to check that. I love that. That's really awesome. And just specifically, this could have been a better gas grenade, in my opinion. You could have thrown it down in this angle instead of this one. But that's only because I know the map really well. Because like there's a locker here. I don't think I've ever seen anyone in here except a civilian, I think. I don't even remember if I've ever actually seen a civilian potentially. There may have been a civilian there, but anyway, on the left side, that's where there's usually an enemy. That's usually the harder angles to work with. Throw gas in that area, not this one. But this is still a fine gas. I guess so you're still getting value out of this gas grenade, but you get more value if you put it further in this circumstance. So like throwing it here, I throw it like right there. Come in here, you can go aggressively, move fast, and push in here. Gas will conceal you pretty well. And of course, like, you know, unfortunate that he didn't have his weapon clear of the sign or whatever, as he says. He's got stuck on the sign. It's pretty funny. Happens to all of us, you know. Oh, he can't shoot. Sometimes when that happens, it doesn't happen a lot, but when that does happen, you're just like, oh, I'm so lucky. But yeah, so that's the takeaway. Just make sure you're like maintaining better cross coverage angles. Move a little bit faster. Like you guys kind of picked up the pace when you're doing the more parts where you should be taking it slow. You guys are moving at a good pace, generally speaking. If you're trying to be super, super safe, which you guys were doing pretty well. And then, yeah, just that gas grenade, I would say, could have been better thrown. By the way, this gas grenade that you threw over here. Right here. This is such an immaculate throw. Like he like threw it perfectly to where it like rolled on like a curve or whatever. I thought that was really great. I do love the tactics though. The gas grenade into flash launcher, love it. That's great. Picking the angles. Obviously, your friend's a little less experienced with this game, but I can definitely see that this guy has some experience and knows what he's doing. Definitely has some experience with this. Really, really good. Really, really good. Love it. Yeah, I mean, that's good. All this stuff is great. They did a really good job. I'm impressed. So with that said, that is going to be it for the video. Thank you for watching and have a good day.